Yeah, I just want to watch a big, bold, beautiful journey with Margot Robbie and the dude. I don't know the guy's name, but he was cool too. It was a good movie. It was like a. It was good, but it was weird. Well, it's not weird. It was like it had a lot of good scenic, like scenic shots, kind of cinematic shots that give it like a sense of whimsy. Like it felt like a whimsical adventure type thing. I mean, the random doors that show up everywhere. It's a cool idea. I feel like more movies should do the random doors in the middle of nowhere. I mean, the only two movies that I know is like Suzume, and now this one. I think they did a good job of like using that premise. Yeah, I mean, it's a very like you start off with these shots of rain. This guy, he goes into a rental car agency to get a rental car, and it's all very weird from the start. Like it's like a fantasy, like not a fantasy setting, but like a fantastical setting, like it's off, but it's like a whimsical kind of off, like a I don't know how to describe it, like it's unreal, like it's fiction. It's clearly fiction, you know. It's not grounded in reality, I guess, right? This dude, he gets this random GPS, and I mean, this GPS takes him for a big, bold, beautiful journey because this guy is like, I don't know. Okay, first he takes him to a wedding, but then begins the big, bold, beautiful journey, and the big, bold, beautiful journey is big and bold and beautiful. And I mean, yeah, like on the way back from the wedding, this guy and Margot Robbie, they meet. So they meet at the wedding. They're kind of into each other, but they're like not really. And the GPS kind of breaks. The GPS isn't really a GPS. It's like a magical device thingy. It's not really explained. It's just a weird GPS thing, right? And you just go along with it because it's a movie. You know, it's introducing the premise and everything. And then Margot Robbie's car breaks down. She's like, "Hey, I could catch a ride," because they live in the same town. And they go on a big, bold, beautiful journey where they find a bunch of doors. The doors are like pathways through their old memories, or like fake memories, like what they wish would have happened, or like makes them relive memories that never happened, or relive memories that did happen. It's a cool concept. And they slowly get more and more into each other, and at the end, I really thought that it was gonna be like we're not gonna end up together kind of move. I thought, okay, let me go over this big, bold, beautiful journey. So they go off. They start driving through the sea, like hills, mountains, kind of stuff like that. It looks really cool. And then the GPS is like, here's your first destination, and it's like a door in the middle of nowhere until they go through the door. And the first memory is of the guy. They go to this scenic lighthouse and they talk about how like he solo travels a lot, and you know, the girl, she's like, "Hey, that's cool. Like I do that too." I was like, "Oh, really?" And then they go to the next spot, which is Margot Robbie's a museum that she went to a lot with her mom, but her mom is dead. So they just talk a little bit more. So each time they go to the spot, they learn about each other a little more because they go in together. A little more, and the third spot is this dude. This dude's high school, and it's like he goes into a musical theater show, and it's good. It's enjoyable. But he's like, yeah, that girl, I confessed to her this night, and she rejects me, and you know, he goes and tries to, I guess not fix it, but like to say like hey, I know what happened, and what happens isn't good, and the girl basically freaks out. He messes up the whole show, but then Margot Robbie steps in and fixes the show, and they step out happy from there. And then they go to a fourth location, which is the hospital, perhaps. I think maybe this was before. I can't remember the specific order, but they go to the hospital. Margot Robbie's mom died, but she was busy like screwing her professor or something. So it's like a false memory, and you know they learn more about each other. But he goes into the same door, or at the museum part. She's at the hospital, and he's at his birth. Like he's also at a hospital, but he's talking to his dad about like when he was born, he had complications, right? And this scene, his dad doesn't know him. He's just like a stranger there, and he's kind of comforting his dad. It's a good scene, and then they go to this other part that the car GPS thing takes them, and it's a scenic view. They get up to the top of the hill, and they are suddenly looking at the earth. It's very, you know, like wow. And then they kiss, and then they go to I think this is the last stop where they go into a restaurant, and we find out that this guy was like prior to this he was engaged, and this girl was going out with the guy that really liked her, and he broke off his engagement because he was underwhelmed, is the way that they put it. He was he felt something during the chase, and after he was done. And she left him because she was overwhelmed. She left him because he loved him too much. He loved her too much. And so they just kind of learn more and more about each other. And at the end, she's like, maybe this isn't such a good idea. And bro is like, but I love you. But it's like a sad scene, I'm laughing, but it's like a sad scene. And on the way back, they go stay at a hotel because their car crashed and burned and exploded. But it's okay because it's magic. And so the next day, the car rental people fix the car. Wow. And then they go home all sad and stuff. And then the final door is they're both in their separate cars, but they both go home, but the GPS leads them to their old home. So this guy goes back to this part of his life where he got rejected by the girl, and he's like crying, but he's his own dad, so he has to go comfort himself. And the girl goes back to her old home as a little girl. And, she gets to talk to her mom about the stuff that's happening in her life. And after that, they both go home, like to their actual house. And they end up together because they're worth the risk. That's the way they put it. And I guess it's more about there's not really a big at the end when they get in the fight, right? Because he's like, I love you. She's like, we should break it off. And they end up driving off separately. And I thought that was going to be the end because it was nearing the end of the movie. And I really thought it was going to end like that. Like the credits were going to roll as they both drove away. But no. They end up together. And I mean, it was good. It was like I don't know, like the magic of it. The magic, like the journey The big, bold, beautiful journey. That's what it was all about. You know, it wasn't really about the outcome. The outcome was fine, but the journey, the actual movie, like going through it was good. It wasn't like a heavy movie, or if it was, it had like a light setting, like the setting of it made it not heavy. But it was good. I give it like a what, 8 out of 10. I did like it, so, and I didn't find it boring, because that's a problem sometimes. Like if you watch Beetlejuice. This is nothing like Beetlejuice, but Beetlejuice was like a good, like a 5 out of 10. It was okay, you know. It was kind of whatever. But this one was good. It was good. Is that it? Is that all I have to say? I guess so. But they just one last thing I forgot to mention. That movie's music is so good, bro. It is so good. It was, you don't know, you gotta listen to it. You know, like when you're there, when showing all the scenery and just the oh my god, the music. It was just amazing, amazing cinema. You know, it was good.